making $400,000 a year as a medicine, and you got involved in network marketing. What happened? So, how many millions you said you already did, Edgar?
It's getting ready to 50 million. 50. My team right now in 128 countries has grown to over 1.5 million customers, affiliates, and leaders throughout the world. It's a dream come true. You know, I got my first check in network marketing was $3.28.
Welcome to one more show of Edgardo Valdivieso Show. And today we have an honor to have a good friend, a great leader that I know him for years. And welcome, Edgar Mojica. Welcome to my show, my friend. Welcome to my house.
Thank you very much, Edgardo. It's a great honor and a great pleasure to be here with you. It's a dream come true because we always enjoy working together for many years. And now we have another opportunity to do exactly the same, just like in the good old days.
100% right, my friend. And today you're going to hear Edgar Mojica's story. It is an amazing story that you do not want to miss. And for that reason, you want to stay until the end of this video. And for the future episodes, shows, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. And we're going to start, okay, this show today and with Edgar Mojica. For those, Edgar, that they don't know you, because, I mean, if you see our videos, I mean, our views are thousands of people. They see from all over the world. And for those who doesn't know who Edgar Mojica is, can you just tell us, who is Edgar Mojica?
Edgar Mojica, defining it in just a few words in a few seconds, a minute or less. It's right now I'm an entrepreneur with a medical background for many years who is focusing to helping people be successful.
Wow. So tell us, where were you born? Where are you coming from? Edgar, I mean, you know, you're coming from the same country as me. We were born pretty much same country, right?
Yes, I love that question because we both are. I was born in El Salvador, in San Salvador, Central America, in many years ago. I'm not going to say my age, so you can say that I'm young and pretty. Go ahead.
So why do you decided to come to the U.S.? Tell us the story.
Yes, at the age of 9 years old, I kept insisting to my mother that we should move to the United States. And at the time, we were very poor, very poor. And she said, I can't afford it, my son, I can't afford it. And I said, Mom, you always taught me to have faith. I said, we got to have faith. I can see you in the United States. So she did what she had to do, borrow the money. She got a visa, a tourist visa in 1967. And she decided, she gave me the notice, the day before she left El Salvador. She said, son, tomorrow I'm going to the United States. It's a dream that's going to start coming true. And I was so happy, celebrating. I said, yes, mother, we get to go to the United States. Are we going to New York? And she said, yes. How did you know that? Because I've been dreaming about New York City. I've seen myself walking on Broadway. I've been, with my brother and sister. And she just laughed and she had a few tears. And she said, never lose the power of faith because all dreams come true. So we went to the airport the next day to take it to the airport, to San Salvador, to see her in Pan American in 1967, fly towards New York. And I knew that was the start of our great journey to come to this country.
That was the same airline that my sister took from San Salvador to the U.S., but it was to Los Angeles. And if I'm not mistaken, that was 1976, Letty. And because of her, we're here on the U.S. So tell us, that was 1967. How old were you at that time?
I was 9 years old. 9.
And what year you came here to the U.S.?
In 1972, our mother went back to El Salvador to get our paperwork documents ready to come to the United States. We came with a green card, residency card, everything, all legal. And we arrived on a Friday. The weekend we explored, we went to Central Park on Saturday. And she asked me, what would you like to eat? And I said, chicken. I would love to eat chicken. Because in those days in El Salvador, people would say to me, what do you think I am, rich? I wanted to eat chicken. And she said, okay, I'm going to take you to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I had no idea what Kentucky Fried Chicken was. So we went on a Saturday. It was in the fall. And then on Monday, she registered us to school, in school. So I started on ninth grade in junior high school.
So, wow. So you were dreaming going to New York, and that dream came true. And in 1972, how old were you at that time?
15 years. 15 years old, yes.
15 years old. So do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have a younger, yes, I have a younger brother who at the time was 13, and I have a younger sister who at the time was 9, and a younger brother who grew up in New York City who was 2 years old. And this is very funny. I learned how to speak English watching Sesame Street with him, with my 2-year-old brother.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So did you guys come together? Did your mom went back to get all of you guys?
No, I was assigned as the older, being responsible for everyone, for my brother and my sister. So I had to carry all the document. And when we got to Miami, I saw this beautiful homes, luxury homes from the plane. And I told my brother, I said, there's going to be a day that I'm going to move to Florida. And she said, are you crazy? It looks like El Salvador.
And well, and you live in Orlando, Florida right now, right? How long you been in Orlando, Florida?
We decided to move the family. I decided to move the family in 1995 from Fargo, North Dakota. Frozen Fargo, North Dakota, with huge winters. I decided to move the family to Orlando, Florida in 1995.
Oh, wow. So, do you have any kids, Edgar?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. 5 daughters who are older, adults now, and a son who lives with me while he's going to college, finishing his school.
Oh, great, great. So tell me, when you got to New York, you went to school. What's the first thing you did? You got a job? Tell us.
No, the first thing I did, because I wanted to study medicine, my mother always was very, very strict when it came to success. And she said, you came to the United States to be a doctor, to study medicine. So that's what I want you to concentrate on. She didn't want me to work or get a job. But my first job at the age of 16, which I didn't speak very much English, it was working at a supermarket as a delivery boy, making $2.75 an hour with no tips. That was it, $2.75 an hour. And I thought I was making big bucks.
$2.75 an hour. So, okay, that was your first job. Were you going to school at the same time?
Yes, I was still in school. I had started in Columbia University at 16 in the pre-med program in Columbia University. So between school, going to work part-time, and then I love playing soccer. I was playing for the school soccer team. You know, my life was always busy. I always kept myself busy.
That's good, nonstop. I always say nonstop. So, who paid for your medicine schooling? Because that university is pretty expensive, right?
Very, very, very expensive. And the one who paid for my school first was the state of New York. It paid for my tuition at Columbia University. It was all paid by the state of New York because they wanted, at the time they called it minorities, Latinos, to study medicine. So they paid for it, and then I joined the Army. So the Army would pay the rest of my complete college education, which it was a great decision to join the U.S. Army as a medic.
Okay, how old were you when you went to the U.S. Army, and for how long?
18 years old.
Oh, wow, you were 18? For how
18.
many years were you in the Army?
For 8 years, totally.
So 8 years in the Army. So tell us, so you got a degree on medicine? So how did that go?
In medicine, well, great. My professional career in medicine was very successful. Very, very successful. I love saving lives, helping people. but long hours in the operating room. If anybody out there can identify with that, it's long hours, a lot of stress, and very little time freedom. But I did that for 25 years.
So, wow, 25 years on the medicine business.
Yes.
So, I mean, so you were getting good pay then. Long hours? So, but you were getting more than an average person makes every day, 9 to 5.
Yes. I was in a 5-year contract every time, and I got to the point my highest income was over $400,000 a year. That's where I was.
I mean, what year was that, Edgar? That seems like a president's salary.
Yes, that was in 1992 when I decided to resign.
Oh, wow. So that's a long time ago. So, wow, not many people were making that kind of money in those days. Okay?
No.
You gotta be, only a doctor, attorneys. I mean, so get me how you got involved in network marketing, making $400,000 a year. I mean, I don't hear this every day. And I'm pretty sure most people that are watching right now saying, you were making $400,000 a year as a medicine and you got involved in network marketing. What happened?
Yes. I had a profession, I had a job, I had a great income, but I did not have time freedom, freedom of decision. But I was making good money. We were living comfortably in a great neighborhood, great cars, great house, everything. The family was great. But in 1978, when I was in medical school, before going into the Army, a friend of mine from El Salvador, who was studying dentistry as a dentist, he said to me, Edgar, what are you doing tonight? I said, why? I've been invited to a meeting. What kind of a meeting? Oh, it's a business meeting for a company that needs salespeople because they're opening up a market in Mexico. And I said, I don't want to get involved in that. He said, just go with me and we'll go to McDonald's after that. And I said, okay. So we went in 1978 to this meeting in Brooklyn, and it was a big place. They said over 500 people. Everybody was jumping up and down. And what is this? What is this? What is this? And this guy said to me, you're going to hear the rest of the story about the company, about the people who are making big bucks. They're millionaires, blah, blah. And I asked my friend, I said, this sounds interesting. What do they do? What do they sell? Oh, just pay attention. Just pay attention. So that was my start, my initial spark on my thoughts in my brain about network marketing. And it intrigued me. And I said, wow, these guys are very happy. In the hospital, everybody's so serious, so disciplined and serious, and they don't tell jokes, they don't laugh, everything is very stressful, So I was in an environment that sounded like it looked like a party.
Oh, wow. So what company was that?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. It was Amway. I think that's the school for everybody.
Well, that was my first company too. I was wondering if it was Amway. So tell us, did you got involved in Amway those days?
I got involved in Amway. It was $80 to get the kit. I didn't have the $80. I asked my friend from El Salvador, Carcamo. I said, can you lend me $80? He said, I don't have any money. I didn't bring any. And there was a guy sitting next to me, and he says, I'll sign you up. I'll be your sponsor. I said, but I don't have $80 right now. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for it. He gave me the start. I got the kit, went home, so happy because I started my own business, my international business. My mother was not happy. My mother said, what did you get involved in, my son? What about medical school? I said, Mom, I'm going to finish it. I will become a professional in medicine. But this is just a part-time business. No. You're not doing that. You're not going to be selling little pills and little popping and cleaning products. You deserve more than that. You're not going to do that. So she threw the kit away. She threw everything away.
Oh, wow.
But she didn't throw the dream away.
Okay. Do you build the business in Amway?
The first year, no. The first year, I didn't take it serious. I didn't go to any meetings. I didn't connect to any conference calls. I was just, focus on my medicine, playing soccer, medicine, working, medicine. So they say that I was not committed, that I was not a good student, and I was not going to make it in network marketing, they said at that time.
So tell me, what happened after? After a year, do you build the business?
No, what happened was that when I joined the Army, one of my teammates was also in Amway. I had already left Amway, and I saw him using products from Amway, and I said, "Ren, who's in Amway?" "I am." "You are?" "Yeah." He said to me, "Great products and a great opportunity. When I leave the Army, I'm going to dedicate my life to this business. So tell me more about it." So him and I, we sat in the barracks, and he talked to me about the basics of network marketing. And I said to him, "That's what I want to do, but you're going to be a medic, Mojica. That requires a lot of commitment." I said, I know, I can do it. So I joined him, but then again, the second time, I didn't do anything the second year. It wasn't until the third year, which I joined the third time, that I was able to build a small team of 32 people in my team, mostly consumers. And I got my first check in network marketing was $3.28.
I relate that too.
Right?
For like $5, $3, $4 in Amway, but you know what? I was going to the meetings and watching the business model, and I got in love with the business model. So
yes.
So what happened? So you didn't make your first $1 million in Amway?
Not at all. When I finally started working in civilian hospitals, I had more freedom, not too much military stuff going on, because I had already retired from the Army. So then I joined Herbalife. And it was in Herbalife in 30 days, in my first 30 days, through the power of advertising campaigns, I saw my first check that arrived for $6,000 plus, $6,000 plus. And I showed my check from my Herbalife to my ex-Amway upline, and they all got nasty. They got angry at me. It was, "Oh, that's not going to last, blah, 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 blah." And I said, network marketing works from $3.28 to $6,000. All you need is the vehicle. If you have the drive, the desire, the passion, but you got to have the right vehicle. And this is it. I said, network marketing is the vehicle.
Okay. So in Herbalife, how big was your team in Herbalife?
There was only 200 people.
About 200 people. Okay, yeah. That was your second company.
That was the second company. But I had to learn this lady who was making over 30 grand a month. He said to me, "Edgar, I know that you come from medicine. You have to keep it basic, simple, and duplicatable. You try to talk too much about like a doctor, like a scientist. This has nothing to do with being a doctor or being a scientist. Keep it simple, basic, and duplicatable." I had to learn to do that. I had to become a student first. I did not want to be a student. I wanted to be a success leader, but I did not want to be a student. So I learned.
Okay, that's good. So tell me, so where do you make? So from the beginning, when you got involved in Amway the first time, all the way when you make your first $1 million, because that's the goal in network marketing, to make the first $1 million. So how long it took you? 10 years, 12 years? Do you know?
Oh, that time was in 1980s. So Herbalife took a downturn, as we all know the history, So most of the people that I had enrolled as customers, they quit. They stopped buying the product. My check went all the way down to nothing. I left. But then I went to other companies. I kept getting involved. Even though I didn't have a lot of time, I found time, even late at night, to study compensation plans, products, trying products, registering here, registering. At one time, I got even involved in 6 different companies at the same time, which I don't advise that. Yes, I don't advise to do that. 6.
Wow.
I would get $200 from here, 500 from there, 1,000 from here, and when you combine them all together, it was around $5,000. And I thought, okay, this works, but I got to focus on one company, one business, one company. That's the secret to success. You have to focus. But at the time, it wasn't like I was desperate for making more money at the time because I was making good money in profession. But it wasn't until I came across a company called USANA out of Utah. With that company, in 6 months, I saw my check. It's a binary system. I had already learned how to do advertising campaigns, how to recruit, how to sponsor, how to train, how to lead, how to be the example. I saw my check go from 0 to over $48,000 a month in 6 months. And I thought, this stuff works. And we celebrated in Vegas. That's the first trip I took to Vegas because the convention was there. And the recognition and being on the magazine at the time, medical professional in neurosurgery, joins USANA, makes over, $48,000 a month, blah, blah. And I love that. But the company changed, compensation plan changed, structure changed. I went to other companies. Advanced it to 1999 when I joined the current company, because I had already known the founder of this current company from a previous company that I was involved in, and he saw my success in that previous company. That in 30 days, my team working together, we sponsor over 1,500 people, individuals with $250 orders each. And the volume just skyrocketed. Many of my team members started making good money fast through advertising. And he said, I want you to duplicate that with our company. And I said, I want to see the product first. So we met in Orlando at the Marriott. I had already investigated the product, the ingredient. I was a little bit familiar. So this is it. This is what my body needs. This is it. Let's turn this company into a multi-billion-dollar company because we're going to turn many of the leaders into multi-millionaires. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. No. I said to him, we don't hope. We do. We take action. Forget hoping. We got to take action. That's what I said. So in that sense, Edgardo, I admire your courage, your guts, your drive, your passion, because I can relate to that. It's a drive. It's a personal drive that even if people say no, you know that you can do it. You can do it. And in that company, my first check was for $42 in November. I joined October 12th of 1999. My first check in November was for $42. I kissed it, hugged it, and I said, this is going to be $42,000 a week. And I told that to my ex-wife, and she laughed, blah, blah, blah. There's network marketing, blah, blah. I said, forget that. I'm not listening to that. Mm-hmm.
Edgar, I joined the company where I made millions and millions of dollars October 4th, 1999. I'm gonna send you a picture of my career achievement. Okay, you're gonna see it right there. Let's go back a little bit. In USANA, how big was your team in USANA?
It grew to over 120,000 people.
Oh wow! So you make your first $1 million in USANA?
No. My biggest all total was around 64,000, around there.
But how many years were you in USANA?
About 8 months.
Oh, 8 months. So you did not make $1 million in USANA?
Not in USANA, no. Okay. It was in the other company that you know me from, that I've been 25 years.
I met you about 1996 with Eli Muscle, Nancy Products, Freeway 100 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, my friend. Remember?
Yes, we did. I remember seeing you when you came over and said, I'm from El Salvador. And we connected right away. And yes, that was amazing. At the time, you were living in Las Vegas, right?
No, at that time I was in California.
Oh, in California. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I've been here in Las Vegas for 22 years.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember Freeway 100. great product. Eli Masso, great professional gentleman, great leader. You and I will always admire him, his achievements, and as a person, as a father, as a mentor. And I learned from him. He gave me some good advice in reference to network marketing.
Me too. Me too. We did great event with Eli, and I learned a lot from him. So I know you've been involved since 1999 to this point with the same company. That's over 25 years. And you said one thing. You need, if you believe you're at the right company with the right products and you focus, sooner or later, you're going to build success. You're going to become very, very successful. So tell me, how big is your team right now?
My team right now in 128 countries has grown to over 1.5 million customers, affiliates, and leaders throughout the world. It's a dream come true, but it requires work, And right now, I'm enjoying millions in income over the years, more than I made at the hospital. More what I made in 1 year at the hospital, I make it here in 2 months.
Wow. So 1.5 million customers, leaders in over 100 countries. Man, that's a dream come true in this industry. And the beauty is that anybody can do that, right? I mean, someone like you and I, we come from the same country. I mean,
Yes.
you had a good job. You were making $400,000 a year. You didn't have to get involved in network marketing, but you said, I'm making good money. I have no time. So if you're making money, you have no time. There's no time for your family. There's no time
Right.
for traveling. I mean, so you want to have time and money and enjoy what you do. Is that right?
That is correct, because as you know, Edgardo, there are people out there that have won the lottery, millions of dollars, and they're not happy. They have time freedom, they have freedom of decision, but they don't have time with family. They don't even have a family. They wish they had a family. And for those of us who do have a family, we realize, and we hope it's soon, we realize that family has to be number one. It's the most important element in our happiness. Because money, we can make money different ways. We can sell apples, we can sell newspapers, but family. So that's why my motto, my saying is always faith. Gotta have faith, gotta have family, and you have to have freedom of choice, freedom of decision, and included in there financial freedom. But as you know, there are many people who do have financial freedom, professionals who make a lot of money, but they don't have time with their families. That's not a fulfilling life. And we talk about fulfilling our life because as humans, we love the nurturing, the love from our families, being there for them, watching them grow up happy, and in Christmas, being able to get them gifts and share with them, and Thanksgiving. That, for me, man, it makes my heart sing, of happiness, because I grew up very poor in El Salvador. So for me, this is a dream come true. And I don't want to add more and more, but the most important factor in my thoughts right now is I keep in my mind the picture that I'm going to send to you of where I grew up in El Salvador, in a very, very immense poverty, that to have a little piece of tortilla was a blessing. To have a little bit of water, no running water, no food, no refrigerator, no TV, no radio, nothing. So you don't take things for granted when you do achieve the level of success that this business offers to everyone that's willing to dedicate time and effort. Because as you know, the number one reason why some people are not successful in network marketing is because of the fact that they don't have the patience. They're impatient. They don't give themselves time to learn, to develop the abilities. It's like bicycling, being on a bicycle and you're going uphill. If you have to walk and push the bicycle, then do that. But you have to learn. I went to surgery for many years. I study, library, the operating room, always learning, always learning, always learning. The Army, always learning, always learning. So network marketing is always about learning, developing abilities. Right now, you know, Edgardo, that the 21st century is helping us do this business, develop this business in an easier, faster, much more economical way than you and I when we first started, you know?
100%, 100%, my friend. So, in this company that you're involved right now, how long it took you to make your first $1 million? 1 year, 2 years? When you got involved in October 1999, do you remember how long it took you to make the first million?
Oh, yes. In 1999, from 42 up until it was 2004, then I reached my first million. 2004, so that's 5 years.
Okay,
5 years. But it was, yeah.
What about the second million?
The second was right after. So altogether in the industry, to put it in a capsule form, I've earned close to $50 million in the industry since the day I started. And I even include the $3.28 that I received. Everything.
That counts too. So how many millions you said you already did, Edgar?
It's getting ready to 50 million.
50?
5 million, 50 million, wow, 50. Wow.
So,
yes.
So you're probably going to get over 100 million then. The way
yes, it's a serious business. My business.
For those people that are watching right now, they're saying, "Wow, Edgar, that's a dream come true." And being a professional in the medicine and get involved in network marketing, tell us here, share on our show. What was the key? What's the key of success in this industry?
Definitely persistence and being consistent and being committed and being disciplined. And of course, you have to have faith, you know, in everything you believe in. If you believe in it, you connect with the product, you connect with the company. No company is 100% perfect. But if you focus on you giving your perfection, you yourself, and doing your job and not complaining about the labels and not complaining about the products and not complaining about the compensation plan and not complaining about the upline and not complaining about this and if you focus on you, on developing you, don't waste that energy, just focus on you, you can be very successful. Now, the level of success that everybody can achieve is not up to me, it's not up to you, Edgardo, it's not up to the company, it's not up to the company, it's up to the individual. The individual.
100%. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, you said it all correctly. So, anything else that you want to share here in our show, Edgar?
Yes, thank you, Edgardo. Well, you know, I tell people, if we've heard it many times over and over again, if at first you don't succeed, try over again until you make it. Because I take as an example Thomas Edison 1,000 times to create the light bulb. I take as an example Colonel Sanders from KFC, over 1,000 trips visiting restaurants to see who would be interested in his recipe. And he decided to start his own, you know, restaurant chain. Never give up. Never. That word should never be in your vocabulary. Never. Just keep focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. And be committed. And don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to family members who don't want you. Or they say they want you to succeed, but I'm just doing it for you. I didn't listen to my mother. You know, I highly recommend you listen to your mother, but if you know that your dream is for to help the family, stay focused and stay committed, and you'll make it. You will make it. You will make it. And you know that, Edgardo.
Yeah, 100%. Is your family involved in the business?
All of my daughters. All of my daughters.
They're all building the business with you?
They're all building the business. They're getting income. They're developing the downline. And this weekend, I had the great, it melted my heart when my grandson, my oldest grandson, who's 17 years old, he sat next to me at the resort. We met at a resort, and he said, Grandpa, I'm going into the military just like you. And I said, great, congratulations. Yes, I'm in ROTC. I said, okay, so you're going to be an officer. Yes, I am. But I have time for that. Before I get to be 18, I have a year that I can suddenly build a network marketing business. And I love what you're involved in and how you do it and how you teach people. So I want to be one of your students so I can become very successful before I go into the Army. And because I know the Army is not going to be my career for years. So can you teach me, Grandpa? Absolutely, yes. You know, I gave him a hug and I said, welcome to the team. 17 years old. This kid is really tall, very smart, very intelligent, very ambitious. And even his mother had a little tear of joy. You know, his father said, wow, Edgar, this is a dream come true. You said it before. You talked about you wanted the grandkids and the great grandkids. And yes, this is the legacy that we talk about. You know, from generation to generation.
100%. And what about at the beginning? Did your friends got involved, or they pretty much said that's not going to work, that's a scam? What about your friends at the beginning?
Oh, you've been through that experience as well. None of my friends in Fargo, North Dakota wanted to do anything with it. That's why I run advertising campaigns. I was always solo, you know, the Lone Ranger, going into a company and starting all over again. None of my family members at that time, my sister, my brothers, nobody. But they like the products because I give it to them for free to enjoy. They give it their testimonial. Yeah, I like the products, Edgar, but I don't want to get involved in a pyramid scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme, I'm telling you. Oh, well, that's what you say, Edgar, right? No. Okay, never mind. Just use the product. So nobody, going back to that, nobody, even to this day, just my daughters, because my daughters have seen the growth, you know, they can relate to it. And one of my oldest daughters said to me, Dad, this business is hard. It's difficult trying to convince people. I said, no, don't try to convince people. No, you present them the opportunity and leave it up to them. Yes or no? And if it's a maybe another year, maybe down the years. I said, people are 15 years later. They're looking for me because they want to join, because their regular secure job is no longer there. You know?
So after they saw your success, your friends, what happened? Did they got involved, or they just, what happened?
No, they feel. I'm sure one of them said to me, I feel terrible, Edgar, because you talked to me about this business years ago and I didn't take you serious. You know, I thought it was going to be just another one of those business, but I've always known for you to be driven and ambitious, man, multimillionaire, recognized all over the world. Yes, I wish I would have joined you then. I said, so join me now. No, he said to me, he's from Ecuador. I'm too old for that.
Well, yes. You know, or they say I'm too late. I should have got involved at the
beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Edgar, before we end, how can people follow you on social media, Instagram, Facebook?
Yes, thank you, Edgardo, for giving me that opportunity to share that. They can follow me on Instagram at Edgar Mojica Network, at Edgar Mojica, Mojica Network. On Facebook at Mojica 99, because there are other Edgar Mojicas. And in TikTok at Edgar Mojica Network. In LinkedIn at Edgar Mojica Network. I always use Edgar Mojica Network on social media, so they'll be able to find me.
What about
YouTube? The same thing. YouTube is under Mojica Network. Mojica Network. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put all the links right here, so they can, they can follow you, and because you have an amazing story, and we're coming from Salvador. Have you been back to San Salvador or El Salvador lately?
Not yet, but I'm going there with you. Remember?
Yes.
We're going to visit and do business and help the country succeed.
Make
Yes.
some investments over there because, man, now's the time to make investments in our country because our country is the safest country right now. I mean, every single person who goes there, they're like, wow, wow, this is totally very, very nice and safe. The last
Ye-
question that I have for you, the
mhm.
last one. Do you want to leave a legacy? How do you want people to remember you, Edgar?
Um, what I noticed, and everybody says that, including my daughters, who said that that people will remember you for being very generous and supportive. Thank you, honey. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That touches my heart. Generosity, respect, and support. You know, not just in words, you know, but actually taking action, helping them, guiding them. And as you know, Edgardo, from being in this beautiful business, we know it's for a fact because we're involved. It's the best business in the world, better than buying a franchise in someplace else. But we are able to touch people's lives like no other university, career, profession, or business or job can do. We do that, and we develop great friendships long term. Like you and I have developed this great friendship for years. You know, my best friends are in network marketing, and I love that. So my legacy is be generous, be supportive, be respectful, be grateful, and be attentive to their needs. Help them. There's always everything. Everything has a solution. You know, if you find somebody that has a problem or situation, be there for them. Help them, even with words of encouragement. You know, blessings with good wishes. Yes. Thank you, Edgardo.
Wow. Well, Edgar, it's been an honor to have you here, my friend. I consider yourself not only a friend, you're just part of the family too, because you said one of the reasons I love this industry is because we connect with so many people, all different, for different cultures, different countries, and they become our best friend. They become part of the family. That's why I love this industry. You said it. Everyone, all the good leaders say the same thing. You know what? I love this industry. Connecting with people, helping people. You know, it's been an amazing story. I know people is gonna love your story. I mean, for that reason, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like, okay? And follow Edgar Mojica. We're gonna leave all the links right here. Edgar, one more time, thank you for being in our show, in our house, my friend. Okay, I know this is gonna help a lot of people from all over the world, and we're gonna do it in Spanish. Okay, so
Okay.
we're gonna do this interview right now in Spanish. Bye bye,
All
everybody.
right.
Bye, Edgar.
Excellent. Bye. Nos vemos. Thank you. Thank you very